Hi guys, I'm Debz Six. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going live. This is my first time, and I just wanted to come on after a few weeks of posting some videos. I wanted to get your feedback to find out what kind of videos you guys like so far, what you'd like to see in the future, if you've had any questions or comments on some of the videos that I've done so far. I've been a little bit hectic the last few weeks, so I haven't been able to post some new videos, even though I had them recorded. They just haven't been edited yet. So just to give you a little background on why I created this channel, I love to cook. I love to eat healthy. That's the little one in the background. And I know how difficult it can be to cook healthy. So I created this channel to help out, busy moms and busy parents and families out there who really are passionate about eating healthy, but also want quick and easy meals that you can learn from, because my goal is just to give you the basis of what kind of ingredients you can use, and you kind of build your staple list from there. And then that way, when you're in a hurry, then you already kind of know, what kind of foods are healthy and what you can cook. And then it doesn't have to be like a mission, like planning a meal. So a lot of people out there, they like to do meal prep, which I've actually tried doing before. But my new place, my new apartment, I don't have a big refrigerator, but I do have an even bigger refrigerator downstairs because I have a Publix right down in the lobby. So since I don't have a lot of place to store my food, it's become a challenge for me to do any meal prep because I don't have any room in my fridge. So one thing I've done is I've actually continued my subscription with Home Chef. I absolutely love Home Chef. It's like the best thing that has ever happened in my life because I've been able to customize the dietary food choices that I want to provide for my family, but not compromise, the taste or the flavor. And basically what I get is the ability to cook like a professional chef, which I used to be, but not having to think about like the menu or think about, what am I going to cook? The Home Chef meals were like a lifesaver for me when I became a mom and I became busy with work. My phone is driving me crazy. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm still technically working, but I wanted to get this video out. And then I'm hearing my son playing with something in the background that, look at him. You see him dancing in the background? Hey, what are you doing? Atlas, what are you doing?
Banana.
You're eating a banana?
Yeah.
So we just got home. I just picked him up from his school. He goes to a Montessori school. And so he asked me to eat a banana. This is his second one he's eaten so far. He's so funny. So he's basically like, I don't even know if that's his third banana that he's eaten. It's too much. Oh my God. Yeah, that's his third banana. So I was hoping to get some people on the chat here. I know it's Friday and I know it's dinner time, so it's probably not the ideal time to post a live video, but I did want to get something out there. And now we have my husband walking in the background. Okay, so back to meal prepping and, trying to create some sort of a menu for your family or cooking, on the fly. So in my family, well, actually it's really more of my choice of preference, but this is what I'll provide for my household as well. My main focus has been to eliminate sugars and processed foods because when I was pregnant with my son, I became gestational diabetic, and the doctors told me that it would be more likely that I could become diabetic in the future if I didn't control what I was eating with diet and exercise. So at that time, I was working a lot and I wasn't doing any exercises. And even though I thought I was eating healthy, apparently I wasn't eating healthy enough because I became gestational diabetic. My father is diabetic, and my father's side of the family has diabetes. So this became a huge concern for me and a very red flag because I'm not of an older age where I should be considering or thinking about having some sort of a disease. So when they told me this, and I thought I was eating healthy, I'm like, I have to figure out what I'm doing. So I'm Hispanic, and we grew up eating rice and beans and meat. Even though my mom is Puerto Rican and my father's Puerto Rican, but my mom wasn't like the traditional Puerto Rican that just only provided rice and beans. She was more Americanized, so she would give us, foods with vegetables and salads, and she tried her best, to give us wholesome meals. But you still have those rice and beans that now, I'm coming to find out, learning more and more about nutrition. There's a food combination chart, and there's certain foods that if you eat them together, which I can make a video about that if you'd like, you're going to be surprisingly shocked that when you mix certain foods, they actually are really, really harmful for you. And guess what's on that selection? Rice and beans and meat. Hey. So we're live. We're live on YouTube.
I can't read my phone.
I know. Well, your mommy's doing something right now. So you either have to be very, very quiet. Okay. All right. You can sit up here, but you have to be quiet. Okay. Hey, India. Hey. Say hi, Didi.
Hi, Didi.
So we have India on the line. So today is a Q&A session we're doing. Okay, yeah, we see the phone. So basically, I'm just opening up the channel to my viewers to give me their feedback and let me know, what kind of videos you'd like me to post, what kind of health concerns you have, so I can show you some videos, of what you can do to try to eat healthier, because that's what my ultimate goal is. I've been trying to educate myself as much as I can. I might even consider getting myself certified as a nutritionist, because I'm finding that, a lot of us out there that think we're eating healthy are not eating healthy because we're not aware, and because we have labels out there that are saying that food is healthy, but when we go to eat it, it's really harming our bodies. So processed foods and sugar are definitely harmful for you. I would say about maybe a year ago, I did the keto diet. You have to be quiet, okay? Mommy's recording. You can't do that here, okay? I'm sorry if this is distracting, okay? Honey, you're gonna have to go over there if you're gonna watch the phone, okay? So I'm gonna tell you firsthand that eliminating processed sugars and processed foods is extremely hard, okay? And even doing the keto diet, and I did it like to the T. Me and my husband, we did the keto diet, like following the macros. We followed exactly the charts. We lost the weight. It was fantastic. We feel great, but it is sometimes not realistic. You can't eliminate sugars and processed foods in the society that we live in. So my goal has been to try to learn how we can, make modifications where we're kind of already used to eating certain types of foods and our taste buds are already trained to eat certain ways. My goal has been to try to find alternatives so we could still enjoy those cakes and brownies, but not feel guilty that we're harming our bodies when we're eating them. So the main goal is, if you're trying to set yourself some weight loss goals or some lifestyle changes to not eat healthy, is you want to make small changes, because trying to go into this lifestyle cold turkey is really, really difficult. I mean, I've done a lot of research. I've educated myself on these changes, and trying to do it cold turkey has been really, really hard. And then you get frustrated, because then you feel like you're failing yourself, you're not following it. So some of these types of diets are so strict that you're going to fail, So the idea is not to feel guilty, don't feel guilty that, you need to be quiet. I'm recording. Okay, then you need to go over there. Okay, go over there. I apologize, because, he comes home and he wants to watch his little video for, a few minutes before dinner. So you want to create habits for yourself, and you want to create small goals for yourself. So that way you don't feel like you're being a failure. And then don't beat yourself up if, every once in a while you cheat, because I don't know how old you are when you're going to start to try to make this lifestyle change. But if you've been eating a certain way for 30, 40, 50 years plus, and try to just completely change everything altogether, unless, you have no choice, then, my recommendation is just take it one day at a time. That's the best advice I can give you. It doesn't have to be hard. And so my goal with this channel is to show you my journey of what I've learned and what I've done to make these small changes in your lifestyle to make, that step towards a healthy living easier. So a big go-to has been, making healthy shakes and healthy smoothies, eating a lot of salads. If you eat meat, then, try to choose the best cuts possible. If you can afford organic, eat organic. But if you can't, if you can't afford it right now, then you might have to make modifications in your lifestyle where you cut certain things and you learn what you don't have to eat organic and choose, make better choices. So again, the idea is we can't be perfect. There's just no way in this life. I mean, very few people probably can make that perfect transition. But, just do the best that you can. That's really what the idea is, when it comes to making these changes. So just to also give you kind of like a little bit, background on the reason why I've enjoyed cooking so much is because when I graduated high school, I got a job at the Marriott. And while I was in high school, I took culinary classes. I was in the arts program. I liked art, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't know if I wanted to go to college. So, and I didn't want to waste my senior year just taking, classes that I didn't think were going to benefit me. Because for me, my time was valuable, and education to me was key, and learning just to kind of guide, myself, since I didn't know what I wanted to do. So staying in like the artistic field Atlas, this is very distracting. Okay, you need to go over there and watch your video, please. So, I can only take so many art. No, you can't do that. You can't sip on that. I can only take so many art classes my senior year, but they did offer this culinary school as an option for me to get. Yes, is the banana talking? Is the banana talking?
Yeah.
So I've been cooking since I was like 7 or 8 years old, probably even younger than that. My mom at the time, she would make her own breakfasts before school. She'd make us pack our own lunches. And then when we got home from school, we would have to help and contribute towards dinner. So I pretty much, started cooking at a very young age, and I enjoyed it. I actually didn't have a problem helping in the kitchen. My mom never had to, yell at me and tell me, hey, you need to come into the kitchen and help me. She would always give me like little projects, I guess you can call it, to do. Like I was in charge of making the salads, and maybe that's why I love salads so much, because I was making salads since I was like 7. I was in charge of the salads, and then the way I could make things fun, when I was a kid, was I was learning how to carve a cucumber and make flowers. And so like some days she would just be like, why are you making all of this, pretty stuff for the family when we're going to eat? And I said, because I like it. So that was the art in me coming out. But so when I was in high school, at the senior year, going back to the culinary class, I took a liking in the class, because they didn't just only teach us the fundamentals of cooking. They also had, like the cake decorating and then the arts aspects of it. So when I graduated, or I got a certification, because I got the certification while I was in high school for high school credits. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go to like one of these, big culinary schools afterwards. Actually, I did, but my mom couldn't afford it, and she didn't want to get a loan for me at the time. So I didn't go to culinary school, but I did get a job at the Marriott when I graduated high school, and the sous chef took me under his wing. He saw that I had potential, and he showed me everything. It was the best 2 years experience that I had in the culinary field. I mean, I learned everything from, prep station to, doing parties of over 5,000 and the line. We had a restaurant, we had the room service, we had the banquets, and then across the street we had the Orlando Arena, so in the Expo Center, and we were the go-to catering for that as well. So I mean, when I tell you I cooked. But even though cooking was a passion for me, I felt like working in that environment at that time wasn't really what I wanted to do. I liked the art part of it. I guess I didn't really like the whole hustle and bustle of like what a very busy hotel or a very busy restaurant had to offer. I would think I was more of a personalized type of, chef. So, this was 30 years ago, and, times were different. So I was ignorant. I didn't know. I didn't go into catering. I didn't, try to do anything with the cooking field. I was just overwhelmed with, feeling like, okay, was this what I wanted to do for the rest of my life? Even though I liked cooking, but was it really what I wanted to do for the rest of my life? And it wasn't that type of a passion, to cook. But, throughout my years after that, no matter what, if it was a party or a get together, I was always the one that was willing to cook and, provide for my family. You can even ask India, right? I'm always cooking and bringing things over for her to try, because, I love it. I love making people feel happy, and giving them food. Food is definitely a comfort for me as well as health. So anyways, going back to on that note, and I'm sorry I'm talking so much. Unfortunately, since I'm so new to the YouTube world, I don't really have a lot of subscribers and don't have anybody else on the chat. So I'm trying to make the most of this video for you, giving you a little bit of background about myself and, just so you kind of know what to expect for my videos, because I'm not going to be just strictly only cooking like dinners or only cooking, a certain type of food. My channel is going to be more geared towards teaching you as, a home, not a home person, but, a regular, your everyday person, everyday average person who wants to eat healthier, live healthier, but doesn't want to feel overwhelmed that it's going to take you, 2 hours, 1 hour just to make a meal. I've been able to figure out a way where most of my meals are cooked in 30 minutes, maybe 45 the most. Now, if you're going to be doing like specialized recipes, like baking recipes, things like that, then of course, yeah, those are going to take more time, because you're cooking from scratch. I'm referring to like the 30-minute meals for, dinner, and then lunch and breakfast is even less. I mean, I'm talking about 10 minutes or less, So if you'd like to see some videos, maybe on some breakfast things I haven't done yet, just smoothies. I've done some dinner videos, and I've done some educational videos as well. I like to bring in some topics, for people to learn that, may not know what to look for, or, maybe you just don't have the time to research. And that's all I've done, for 20, 30 years. So this is what I'd like to share with you. So, well, I think, what happened? You ate all those bananas?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I made pee-pee.
Bananas, bananas help you go to the bathroom.
Pee-pee and caca.
Oh my goodness. All right, go to the bathroom. That's my 3.5-year-old. I can make another video about this too, but being a Hispanic background, one of the biggest things that was instilled in me, and if you're Hispanic, Latino, then you know that when you're at your abuela's, you're at your grandma's, you're at your mama's house, that you have to eat every single thing off of that plate. Like, it was insulting to leave food on your plate. And let me tell you something. That is the worst thing that you can do for yourself. We, here on the Western side, we overeat. If you look back into like the history of, eating, we were meant to eat to survive. We were meant to eat to fill our bodies with nutrients to give us energy. And once your stomach is full, then you should stop eating. You shouldn't have to be forced to eat everything off your plate. And I probably can say that may have contributed to, the fact that I did become gestational diabetic, because, for so many years, that's all I did. My mom would serve me food and I would have to eat everything off my plate. And then the other really bad thing that I used to do, and I'm still working on, is I eat really fast. I don't know why. My mom used to tell me I used to eat really fast. I would be the first person to be done with my plate all the time. I mean, I probably could eat like a whole meal in like 5 minutes. And that is horrible. I wouldn't even give my body a chance to digest. And I was overeating. I was never overweight, but it was probably because I'm super active You know, I would never stay still, just like my son. So I probably got lucky that I was able to burn off all of that food that I was eating, because had I been a sedentary person, I would have been overweight, you know, eating the way I was eating. But I couldn't eat any slower. Okay, can you go ask Daddy to help you? Because I'm doing something right now.
I can do it.
Okay, go ahead and do it, and I'll check it in a minute. I'm gonna have to cut this video short. So I mean, you know, my son, when I had my son, like one of the things that was instilled in me, you know, as a Latina, was he has to eat everything. You know, I would tell my husband he needs to eat it all, you know, because it's good for him. And my husband would tell me, like, if he's not hungry, he's not going to eat. And then his pediatrician, he would tell me that all the time. He'd be like, if he ate a certain amount of ounces, then that was enough. You know, his stomach would tell him that he was done eating. He should be done eating. So the biggest thing that, you know, when you're trying to change, you know, certain habits that you have, that is a huge thing. Eating fast, and you just slow down, chew your food. You know, the digestion is supposed to start in your mouth. It's supposed to start with your saliva, because your saliva is the one that breaks down the foods, and that's how it gets, you know, the stomach going and the juices flowing. So that way, when you put the food down, then, you know, it's already broken down. You're not making your stomach work even harder. And I had my gallbladder taken out also, you know, in my 30s, which is horrible. I mean, we need our gallbladder. I don't care what the doctors say out there that you don't need it. Yes, you do. Okay, that's what helps release the bile from your liver, and it helps, you know, the fat break down. Without it, it's just going straight through your liver. And then guess what? Now I have to worry about my liver because I don't have a gallbladder. So now I have to be even extra careful on what I'm eating. For some people, this may not affect them. For me, unfortunately, it is affecting me. You know, when I'm eating, I get pains in my sides now. I never used to get those pains now that I don't have a gallbladder, because I'm literally flushing everything straight through my liver. So, and that's another reason why I make a lot of smoothies, because I want to make sure that I have enough fiber in my food, and I'm not having to, you know, chew and eat very fast, because it's already broken down. But really, in essence, it's just to make sure that I'm eating, you know, enough nutrient-rich foods instead of cooked foods. So, you know, I try to stick with, you know, eating lots of salads and smoothies, and then, you know, my big main meat or protein at dinner. I don't really eat a lot of meat during the day or even breakfast. You know, sometimes I'll eat bacon or something like that. So anyways, I hope this intro video has been informative for you and enticing, so you can see what my channel is about and what you can look forward to. On every single one of my videos, I am extremely open to your comments. So just let me know in the comments below what you want to see, what you like. And like I mentioned, if you have some sort of a health concern, and you know, besides your doctor, of course, you should consult with your doctor, because I'm not a doctor yet. You know, I've been around the block, you know, and I can help you. You know, I can help guide you through some process, give you some advice, and you know, just give you some tips on things that you can do, like small changes that will help you get you through your lifestyle. So I wasn't expecting that I was going to be able to talk this long, to be honest with you, because I am actually pretty camera shy. But I'm really happy that I got the chance to share with you my background and see, you know, exactly what it is that you'll see in my channel. I hope you enjoy what's to come, and my videos will get, you know, better and better, because like I said, I'm new to this, so, you know, my videos are a little raw and amateur, but it's me. You know, I'm doing it all here in my kitchen. I want to make this feel as real as possible for you, but give you a good experience, where you can really see that, I'm not being paid to make these videos. I'm doing these videos because this is really what my passion is. And I really want to help as many people as I can. And I feel like through this platform, this would be the only way that I could reach out to more people versus, me just telling my friends and my family that some of them don't listen. Anyways, it was nice having you guys that were able to join India. And I'll, try to do some more Q&As in the future. If you're not making any comments below, share. And very important, please subscribe to my channel, because believe it or not, that does make a difference. It helps reach more viewers out there and give them, some sort of, give me more credibility that, the information that I'm giving to you is, are educational and are things that you'd like to see. So thank you again for listening. And if you're watching this video, after the live session, I'm sorry for all of the intrusions, but I really wanted to get this video out to you guys. So my channel is Debz Six Health and Wellness. And this is my little one, Atlas. Okay.
Batman.
You're a Batman. Oh, that's right, because he's wearing a Batman shirt. He's every possible superhero character that you can imagine. He still has banana on his face. And some other videos that I'll create for you. I'll also, give you some tips and advice of things that I've done, for my son when he was a baby to help him learn how to eat healthier. They do have their moments where they're kids and we're exposed to, processed foods and fast lifestyles. So sometimes it's kind of inevitable for them not to eat those junk foods. I don't know how many moms and parents that I hear from all the time that tell me, oh, my son only eats chicken nuggets or rice or, and they don't even eat a single piece of vegetable. He likes broccoli. He likes carrots. He used to eat cucumbers. I don't know if he wants to eat them anymore because I've tried and he hasn't. Believe it or not, this child loves olives, right?
Yes.
He will eat them like with the mounds. And I had a lady at a restaurant tell me once, oh my God, his hair is so gorgeous. We were at an Italian restaurant and he goes, I want some olives. And so I came to the conclusion, because olives is actually really healthy for your hair and your skin. And I'm like, well, maybe that's why he has such luscious, gorgeous hair. Eat lots of olives is what I told her.
No,
she wanted to know the secret.
Hey, Mommy, and say happy birthday for Titi.
Oh, whose birthday is it?
Titi.
It's Titi's birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday for Titi.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe. You can see more of this little guy too, because I have him help me on some of my videos as well.
Videos with my phone and potty for your girl. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.